ready, y'all, because I'm back with a new episode of Chatty Charles coming right up. It's good to be back, y'all. It has been a hot minute, as you know. It's been a long summer, but things have been good. Yes, unfortunately, we are still living in the pandemic, and there's a variant out there called Delta. I don't need to tell you guys about it. You guys know about it. It's that time. School's back in session. Kids are going to school. There are people going crazy about mask mandates. There are people, like I saw yesterday, somebody had written all over their car, slaves wore masks. Don't make us masks. It's just ridiculous, the stuff that people are saying, but whatever. Your body, do what you want. I'm not going to put anyone down for wearing a mask, for not wearing a mask. It's your health. You want to fuck around and kill yourself or kill others around you and your family and your friends, that's your business, but don't come around me, Jack. That's all I have to say. But otherwise, yes, the summer has passed. It has been a pretty good year. I barely had to put 2 cents in, but it's been really good, guys. I hope everyone else had a great summer, in spite of all the COVID-19 going on. So obviously now they're talking about getting booster shots. So a lot of people are on the fence whether they want to get a booster shot, even though FDA has only approved the Pfizer now. The Pfizer vaccine has been approved, not Moderna, not Johnson & Johnson. I got Moderna about 6.5 months ago. I got both shots done. So I wouldn't even qualify to get a booster shot until December 1st. So question is, am I going to get a booster shot? Me personally, yes, I am going to get a booster shot. I have parents that are in their 70s, so, and that for myself, just as a kid, I got booster shots. You got all your shots and vaccinations before you go to public school or any kind of school, or you go out of the country. So yeah, I'm going to get a booster shot. Why not? I already got the first 2, get the booster shot. I'm not going to F around with my health or the ones I love and people around me. So that's my choice, my body, my choice. So you guys can do what you want, and I'm not going to judge you. Other people might, but there are other things in life to be worried about, like the future or the present. So you just gotta move forward and do what you think is best for yourself, and don't let others be the factor of your judgment. If you feel you want to get it, go get it. Don't let someone change your mind. Power of persuasion is not always a good thing, because some people jump off a bridge. Doesn't mean that everyone has to jump off a bridge, or you should jump off a bridge, correct? We all know our parents said that to us a lot growing up. Lord knows, I've heard it a lot. And I follow by that motto. I ain't jumping off no bridge for nobody. Not at all. So, as I said, we are approaching the end of summer, but obviously in Los Angeles, California, it's always hot, and this weekend happens to be a freaking heat wave in the valley areas and stuff. It's like triple digits. Luckily, right now, in downtown Los Angeles, it's only 75 degrees, so I'm not complaining, but it's also only 10:40 a.m. in the morning, so we'll see how it's going to heat up during the day. I left you guys off. It's been a while since I've done a podcast. I had to enjoy my summer. I had to get some stuff done. Obviously you guys know I'm in a relationship. I've talked about that in my past podcast many times, and actually I just celebrated my 1-year anniversary of us being together on August 23rd, which also happened to be my parents' wedding anniversary. So that was had a great time. Took them out, surprised them. And I took them to get couples massage, 2-hour couple massage. It was amazing. Had the best time ever. And then went out for drinks, and then came back and just chilled at the house. It was great. I also started a new job, guys. Yeah, pretty excited about it. I like it. It's in my real estate sector. So doing property management for 2 buildings in Los Angeles, which I'm enjoying. Been there about a week now, but I'm enjoying it. It's good getting to know the properties and co-workers that are really friendly and really awesome. And I'm glad I was able to go in there and help them out. And yeah, so I'm on that 9 to 5 hustle, y'all, Monday through Friday. It has been like 10 years, maybe 10 plus years since I worked for the man, for corporate America. But we all had COVID, so we got to do something, and real estate market's popping and it's not popping. But right now I'm like, let me get that paper doing property management, which I like doing. And I'm good at. I'm good at maintaining properties, obviously, and just making sure stuff is correct and trying to please people. But let me tell you, there are so many unhappy people out there in the world that just have nothing better to do than to call the office and complain about stupid stuff that is not within our control. So I'm sure you guys have things like that happen in your life, whatever it may be. It doesn't necessarily have to be related to property management, but it can be related to anything, life in general. So let's get back to it. So I said yes, I celebrated my 1 year with my boo. Relationships are funny. As I told you, we've known each other for about 8-9 years. And always had always thought each other were cute, had the hots for each other. You always have that little crush. And then when it happens to be convenient, doesn't necessarily have a date on it, and you never know. Life just happens, and 8 years later, it happened for two of us. We ended up together. So yeah, it's good. All relationships are different, guys. Definitely. Whether you're in a straight relationship, whether you're in a gay relationship, whatever type of relationship, a throuple, whatever. So whatever suits you guys, or whatever you do, I don't judge. I mean, there's so many different kind of loves out there in this world today. But that's progression, I see. So we don't judge. We don't judge those that love with the heart. The heart wants what it wants. There we go. Selena Gomez. The heart knows what it wants. But like I said, every relationship is different. And my question is, are they that different? Do we see what we're led to believe from the outside, what we see when we observe another couple? Is it all facade? Or do we see the bad side of the couple, and the only time we ever see them is the bad side? I observe a lot. I observe singles and I observe couples. Because, as I said, I've been in a relationship in about 13, 14 years until my partner and I started dating. So that was for a reason, obviously, because not that I'm picky, because that's the wrong word to use. I guess the right word to use is I'm very, I'm just very observant. So I'm just like, I observe. I like to see how that person lives, where their friends are, what they're up to, what their goals are, their ambitions are, where they're headed, what their future plans are. Do they have structure? And does this person fit into my life? Because I'm not that person that wants to be with someone and date, and then you break up with someone and go to the next person. I'm not that person. I've never been that person. Call me old-fashioned, call me traditional, whatever. My parents have been together 52 years this year. So I think that's a pretty good example to live by, My parents are happy. I want the happiness that my parents had. I want the happiness that I had growing up in my home. There's nothing wrong with wanting that. It's not necessarily the thing you're going to get. Everything can't be perfect. Life isn't perfect. Doesn't mean that every relationship is perfect, but you got to find a boundary where you guys can move back and forth with one another, and you fix those things if you're willing to fix those things. And some people are, some people aren't, and that's relationships. But that's to determine whether you want to be in that relationship or you should be in that relationship, or is it what you really want? I know for me, I definitely want a relationship, and my partner definitely wants a relationship. We love each other dearly. But I look at other couples sometimes, and I'm like, is that what they really want? Do they want each other? Like, I don't run off and complain and tell my business to my friends or anything about my relationship. Every relationship has good times, bad times, whatever, but it's whether you choose to run off and spread your business and put it out there in the streets, a lot of people do, or you display your business out there, which, it's not a good thing. I've seen that. It's not cute. It's not pretty. It's not becoming of any two people to do something like that in public. It's just... But then that's how people get judgmental about couples, or they assume they know everything about your relationship off of that factor that they saw whatever might have gone down with A and B. I've seen many of my friends that are in relationships have disputes, arguments, and they start over the stupidest shit, like the stupidest shit, but don't they always? And to be honest, a lot of them are alcohol-induced. I don't know if alcohol brings out stuff they can't say to their partners normally. Because Lord knows, I say what I need to say to my partner every day, and he says what he needs to say to me every day. We don't hold back with one another. I guess that's a beautiful thing in our relationship, is that, you don't hold back. When you love someone profoundly, you want to not make those mistakes or try to fall back on doing something that you know that the other partner didn't like, and that's when you guys try to find a common ground. Common ground is something you guys need to have relationships. Relationships, yes, they need to be 50-50, and sometimes one partner can do more for the other. There's nothing wrong with that. There are many couples and relationships out there where it's straight up one of the partners take care of themselves and the other partner. Sometimes there's relationships where there's a breadwinner, like someone makes more than the other person in a relationship or a marriage. Do these factors weigh over how the relationship is? Does it stand in the way? Does one person feel inferior to the other? As I drop my cell phone on the ground. Those are questions. And I think I might have the answers. Maybe. Do I have it? Do I have the answers? I don't know. But I can at least give you my perspective, because this is Chatty Charles, and that's what I do, right? I give my perspective. I'm gonna give you guys a little music break while I put my thoughts together and come back. And we go through a little list of things. 10 things, and my opinion on them in relationships. We'll be back right after this little music. This is Eclipse by AGST. Yes, and we are back. Welcome back to Chatty Charles, y'all. This is your host, the one, the only, Charles Anthony. So I said I was going to come back and talk about 10 things about relationships. So, my list starts here. Let's start with number 1, making plans. Making plans in a relationship. Are they important? Who makes the plans? Well, my take on that is making plans should be copacetic. So you guys should make plans to do something. Unless obviously it's like you're making a plan to like obviously on a date night where you're the one like, okay, I'm going to have a date night. I'm going to plan the night, or you're going to plan the night. That's different. But making plans and following through, and who's doing it more? Are you the one in the relationship always making the plans and always have to come up with things to do to entertain your relationship, trips, daily schedule, like what to do? Or is it just you? Or is it both of you guys making the plans? Or is it like you guys bounce off each other's ideas? Maybe so, but making plans should be something that both of you guys do. Obviously, again, like I said, unless it's one of those things you're planning, like a surprise date night or something like that. But making plans are important, and sticking to those plans are important too. Yes, sometimes we get altered and off course from making plans because things come up, emergencies happen, sometimes just shit happens, so we can't control those factors in life. But is your partner on time? Are they late? Do they cancel? Do they flake? Well, let's start with being late. Tardiness, I do not like. I mean, you could be 5-10 minutes. Cool. Unless it's like arriving at a party and you'll be fashionably late. Yes, I will be fashionably late to your party because ain't nobody come to your party until it starts. I will be there cool hour and a half, 2 hours after it starts, because it needs to be bumping. I don't need to be the one to start the party. I did that a lot growing up. As a kid, at every birthday party, wait for Charles to get there to start the party. No. I'm in my 40s now. I'm not doing that. I want to come and already be in the mood. So, tardiness is not good. When you tell someone you're going to be there shortly, you should be there shortly. And shortly for me is within an hour. Like, I'll give an hour time span. When you say, okay, I'll be there shortly. Because this shouldn't be anywhere. It takes you more than an hour. Unless it's like rush hour or something like that. Cool. That's understandable. Give you an extra half an hour. But if you say I'm on my way or I'll be there soon, and it's like 10 o'clock, and it's now 1:15 in the morning, 1 in the morning, and you're not there, that's not good, right? You're supposed to be on time, so you're more than late. So the other partner probably will get annoyed, especially if they're like sitting there and they're just like up there waiting for you and they have no idea what time you're waiting for. Like, cause they could have done something. They could have made plans with one of their friends, or they could have gotten some errands done or some chores, or just done something else, because that's hours you're sitting there waiting because someone's supposed to be coming over, and you could have taken care of some business and got something out of the way. Or you could have gotten some extra sleep if you have to get up and go to work the next morning, but you're holding strong and waiting for your partner, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your lover, whoever it may be, a friend, to meet with you. You don't hear from them, you text, and then it's an hour, no text back. 2 hours, no text back. And let's say they text you like 4 hours back, and you're already like laying in your bed, and you don't want to text back because it's like, well, I've been waiting for you, seriously, like, and you don't want to be heated, so you're just like, no, just let it go. talk to them tomorrow about it, because you don't want to get heated and you don't want to start any kind of drama. But but it's good to be on time, guys. Like, I don't like to leave people waiting, and that's kind of rude. You don't want to do that. It's like, if you go on a date and you're the one driving, you should open the door for the person that you're taking on the date. Or even if you're not the one paying or taking the person out and you're driving, you should still be polite and open that door for the other person. It's nice to do. It's a nice gesture, I believe. And it just looks good on that part. So when you're making these plans too, especially when it involves other couples, it is very important to be on time, because you don't want to be known as that couple that is always late or unreliable, or loses their reservation, because, you know, some of these places have like 15 minutes, or they won't seat you sometimes unless your entire party is there. So don't be that couple, y'all. Don't be that couple. Be on time. If you're running late, give a heads up, like a good notification to your date partner, whoever it may be. Let them know ahead of time, or if the plans are going to change, give them advance notice so that they can take time to do what they might need to do, or they can get out of the way because you're going to be late. They can get something done. Oh, well, I can go do this real quick while you do that. It's easy. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard. So that was number one, making plans, guys. Now, let's talk about money. Now, when it comes to money relationships, this can be a factor that's good, or it can be bad. It depends. I know I have some friends, and they're married, and there's couples that have a breadwinner, and there's couples that have a partner that doesn't work at all, or there's couples that both don't work at all. How do they handle the money situation? How does money affect their relationships? Is money a factor? Is it a bad thing in your relationship when it comes down to paying for stuff? Are you always the one paying? And if you are the one always paying, is it a problem? Do you mind paying? Are you tired of paying, or are you kind of forced to pay because you're the only one with the income? There's a lot of different scenarios. Now, it all comes down to, I think, when it comes about money with your partner, you should be honest, because especially if you're like planning in your relationship, which I hope that you're in a relationship because you want it to go somewhere, you want it to blossom, you want a future and commitment with someone, that you talk about money, because you don't want to get down the line later on in your relationship, years or however much time later, and money then be an issue when it comes to buying stuff, or buying a home, or a car, or a vacation, or whatever. You want to know where each other stand and how it comes down to paying for stuff. Are you both going to pay? Are you going to 50-50 everything? One person going to pick up this, the other person pick up that? And does the money get thrown back in your face? Ooh, I've seen that with couples, because so I know a couple, and this person, before they were together, always fine, still to this day makes plenty enough money to support themselves, to afford a nice apartment, a nice car, and pay the bills and eat whatever they want, and still go out and have a great social life. But then gets in a relationship, and the other partner makes more money, but they go out and do the same exact things as if this person were single, living that life. So if you think about it, the same things are being paid for just because someone else is making more money. So let's say they were just spending what they both had doing the same thing. It wouldn't affect that other person or the other person. But when you start letting someone else take a little bit more control, or start paying for more stuff, or more, I don't want to say luxurious, just basically kind of, it starts to be held over your head. I've seen that. It's not good. And I've had to, say to my friend to the side, I'm like, you were fine. Even though you guys have been together for about 8-9 years, you were fine before with your own money. So why is money an issue now when nothing has changed except for the fact that you allow this person to pay your insurance on your car now, or pay pay your student loans or whatever it may be. It's like you were paying that before, you can afford to do it still. But if you, I mean, yeah, they can offer as a gift, whatever they want to do it, that's fine. But as long as it doesn't come back and get thrown in your face, like, well, I'm paying for your, it's like, then there's a difference. But at the same time, are you asking too much to do that? Like, are you kind of taking advantage of your partner? Does your partner feel being taken advantage of? Or is your partner like, I don't care, whatever, it's money, money's money, money. Some couples are like that. But in this case, it always comes back to that, like, with my friend. I'm like, well, sometimes you're happy, sometimes you're not, and then you say you're getting out of it, and then you don't, and then you come back to the factor of like, well, you know, I'm like, it's not about the face you live where you live. I go, it's about your happiness. Like, it's about your happiness. The money should not be a factor. I think that, yes, in a relationship, yes, you guys should pool your money together. Yes, there's nothing wrong with having separate bank accounts still. You better believe I have my own separate bank account. My partner has their own separate bank account. You guys have a joint account that you put your money in together for like a house, whatever, vacation trips, whatever. You know, if you have that joint account, make sure you guys know what's going in and what's coming out, and you don't take stuff out of a joint account without letting the other person know. I believe that's how it should be. And money shouldn't be a factor unless you're like taking advantage of your partner and just really spending their money, because that kind of shows like you don't give two fucks. So you're like about their money, and you should be about the love. You should be about that person that makes you happy, not about what that person has. Too many people are out here being with people because of what they have or what they can obtain or what they can get or a lifestyle that they want to live. That's not love. That's not a relationship, guys. That is the rule of all money. So don't let money be that factor in a relationship, because it's really not good and it's really not pretty, guys. We all know that. All right, that was number 2, money. Number 3, romance. Is there romance in your relationship? Are you the romantic one? Are both you romantic? Do you get surprised with candy or flowers or candlelit dinners? Romance is very important. Romance never has to die. There are so many different ways to be romantic. It's small little gestures can be romantic, like having a towel and a washcloth and a cute pair of shorts, a bottle of wine, a glass next to it, ready to go for your partner when they come through the door and they walk through the door. It's the first thing they see, because you know they want a glass of wine, you know they want to put on some comfy little shorts. That's romantic. Little things like that, little gestures like coming over, oh, I was thinking of you, got you thinking of you card, one little flowers, romantic things. Just like I said, opening the car door for someone, romantic. There are so many different things you can do to be romantic, guys. It's like you don't have to just wait for Valentine's Day or a birthday or a special occasion like that. Romance should be something you don't think about. It's the feeling, I believe, something that overwhelms you, makes you want to do something. Like when I'm out, I could be like out shopping and then I'm looking for something for myself, and then be like, you know what? That would actually look really cute on my boyfriend. And I end up getting them something and not even buying anything for myself. Romantic gesture, because I'm thinking of you. I'm putting you ahead of me, and I want to be romantic, and I want to give you a cute little gift. There's not a reason, just giving you a gift because I love you. That's romantic. Texting on the day, little hearts, oh, I love you, miss you, that's romantic. Obviously, taking trips is very romantic. There are lots of ways to be romantic. Little things you can do in the bedroom. It's not that hard. Or some people aren't romantic, so that's not their fault. It's not in everyone's blood. It's not everyone's gift. You can find ways to be romantic, even just telling your partner you love them, or rubbing their hair, or giving them a little massage here or there, holding their hand. Those are all very romantic things, I think. See how romantic you are. You guys think about what you do for your partner's romance. We'll be back after this little commercial break, y'all.
I feel it. It makes me good. I think I feel it. When that beat drops, everybody knows it. When the say from UK. Oh, I say yes. I'm straight from London, across the way, across the way. Everybody feel it, and now could the beat drop? 1, 2, 3. Everybody wanna get with me, you know. All the pretty. Oh, we all so pretty, but they always say we have fucked up teeth. Oh yes, but I don't have that. Let's see the cliche. Oh, these fucking Americans, they tryna be us. They tryna be us. My name is Tiffany, and you wanna get with me. Oh, I feel the beat. You just wanna get in me. Get into me. What? Let me check my phone. It's 3:32 in the fucking afternoon, and I think I need a fucking bloody Mary. It's fucking Sunday. Everybody, oh, it's Sunday. This is for my gays. Give it to me. Give it to me. I'm gonna take you for a ride, and so you're gonna get me high. What? My name is Tiffany. I am from London. What? Here we go. Drop it to the beat. Get it, drop it to the beat. It sounds like movie now. 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 Do you know Moby? I know Moby. I think he's from London or something like that. I don't know anything about his ass, but you know, all I know he does some fucking real life shit. I don't know, but I love this. Peace out to everyone, and I'm going. What? Oh, go on. The fucking beat's still going and shit. I can't believe this shit. Oh my god. I think I've got to get a headache and shit like that, but you know, it's alright. I guess I just working with these fucking American fucking people over here. Alright. Can we stop the beat? The beat. That.
Welcome back to Chatty Charles. This is your host, Charles Anthony. Thank you guys. So we were here and we were talking about, we left off on number 3, romance. If you're just joining the podcast, we're on things in relationship, top 10 things in relationship that we observe, we see, or we might actually have in our own relationships. 1 was making plans, number 2 is money, now number 3, romance, which we're going to wrap this one up. So being romantic, little things, like I said, it doesn't have to just be anniversaries, holidays, birthdays, blah, 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 stuff like that. Romance can come in all shapes and forms. Anyway, simple little gestures can be romantic, like telling someone I love you, giving them flowers, buying them a little gift here or there. Even the little massages here, holding their hand, rubbing their hand, little things. Even holding your partner's hand, driving in the car, that's cute. That's cute. I know my boyfriend and I do that all the time. Like, we're always holding each other's hands when we're in the car. Even like on the back of when I'm riding on the back of his motorcycle sometimes, I'll give him a little massage while he's riding. That's romantic. So that was number 3, guys, romance. Now, let's move from romance to something that comes with romance. How about number 4, sex. Let's talk about sex, baby. Good sex, bad sex, no sex. Which one of these categories do you guys fall in? Now, let me start off by saying relationships should not be based on sex. I repeat, relationships should not be based on sex. Why do I say this? Because think about this. I don't understand. Well, I do understand, but sorry. Here's an example. Some people are like, oh my God, we just have bad sex. Like my boyfriend or my girlfriend and I, we have bad sex. Well, is it bad sex because someone's not getting off? One person's doing more than the other. One person doesn't do anything at all. You're not connecting. Is there no like romance again? Number 3 in there with the sex. You're not satisfied. I mean, are there good things in your relationship? Like everything else is fine? Is it just the sex? Like there's a lot of different categories and a lot of different issues when it comes to sex. And sometimes there's no issues. Some people in their relationships barely have sex. They maybe once a week, once a month, maybe, I don't even know. I know there's some married couples out there that don't have sex. Some of them it's like it's been over a year, it's been 2, like wow. Not saying that that happens to all couples, definitely not. I know people have been together 10, 30, 40, whatever, how many years, and they are still going at it. So when I say that, about the bad sex, I don't think there's bad sex. Because, alright, for instance, let's take a Monday through Sunday schedule. Let's say Monday. Sex wasn't great. You both didn't get off. Okay. So you didn't get off. What did you guys do that night that didn't get you off? What were you missing? What were both of you missing? Don't complain about it. I think learn from that, because having sex every day, you learn something new about your partner every day in your relationship, in their body, and what they like or what they dislike. That's a part of a relationship. Working on it. So Monday was bad. Tuesday, okay, let's try. I mean, if you're one of those couples that has sex like the next day, but if it's not the next day or Tuesday, whatever the next time it is you guys do have intercourse, okay, remember those things last time. Okay, I didn't do that. If I do this, I know they like that. Okay, this will make them happy. Let's try this. Okay, so it's learning each other's bodies. As I said, it's learning each other. Every day should be a new experience. Every time you have sex, it may not be good, but it doesn't mean it's bad. You just work on it more so that it's better next time. And for the rest of your lives, for the rest of your relationship, every day is going to be different. Sex is going to get different every day, but that's a part of the relationship, working on that and learning what the other person likes. Things can change. You could like something at one point, then like sometime later, you may not like that anymore. Oh, and also be expressive with your partner. Don't just not say anything. If you don't like something or you like something, you can open your mouth and say something. I think you should be able to do that in a relationship because you want to be able to please the other person. So yeah, talk about it. Just don't let it go. That leads to unhappiness, issues. It could be arguments. Don't argue about sex. Oh, let's go here. During your sex, do you guys talk? Do you laugh? Do you guys say little naughty things? Sometimes these things can help. Do you guys role play? There are couples I know out there that do role play. There are some people that are into that naughty S&M. There are fun things you can do. You can even start off giving a nice little massage, some oils, you know. Ooh, another thing, kissing sex. Are you going straight in and just going to bang? Like, are you kissing your partner? Are you guys making out? And please, are you giving your partner some foreplay? Because remember, foreplay leads up to the height. And that is the sex. So foreplay is very important. And not just on one person. Make sure you're being copacetic, as I said again, between each other. Like, please one another. Like, go back and forth. Or go at the same time if that's possible. Try new things. And if you guys get stuck, there are plenty tutorials out there on YouTube. There are plenty books. Karma Sutra, try something. Listen to music. I love having music on. I have music on. I make sure that I have the fan going. There's music on. A good music. You don't want like some crazy music or some like sad. Don't put on sad music, y'all. You don't want sad music. Put on something like, ooh, I love putting on like Sade. Even you can have hip hop on the background. Yeah, but don't put on something you know is gonna be sad. Like that's not good. And don't play songs that talk about relationships, good or bad relationships or breakups and stuff like that. Especially during sex, it's not good. That kills the mood. Oh, some people use toys, some people don't. Now, when it comes to sex, you want your partner to be able to keep going, and you don't want to kill the moment. So make sure you're not killing the moment with your partner. So make sure you have everything you need to go when you are ready to lay down and do the deed, so that you don't have to keep getting up or moving around or doing something that's going to kill the vibe that you're in. Because once you lose that vibe, some people can get back into it. Some people have issues and they can't get back into it. So not everyone's blessed to be able to go right back into it or to go multiple times like others. I'm not going to brag, but I'm just saying. That was number 4, y'all. Sex. Now, let's move on to number 5, which is holidays. Do you all celebrate the holidays with one another? Are you same religion? Do you celebrate each other's holidays? Whether, let's say, one's Jewish, one's Christian, they celebrate Christmas, and one celebrates Hanukkah. Do you guys celebrate both together, or do you do your own things for the holidays? These are good questions. Now, holidays are important. I know, to me, I love holidays. I mean, there are some other holidays that obviously take a huge leap before other ones. Like, some people are so stuck on Valentine's. They're like, oh, Valentine's Day. Some people hate it, some people love it. But should it, like I said, that be the only time you show romance, which was number 3? No. Holidays, some people are just like, we don't need Valentine's Day. Yeah, some couples don't. But some couples do. Because maybe they're not getting enough of that love year-round. So that's the one time they feel they can get all the love. Holidays should be important to both couples. I think holidays is a time for cheer, a time to celebrate something, a time to bring family and friends and everyone closer together, especially you as a couple. Making plans for the holidays can be stressful, or they can be non-stressful. It all depends. Are you planning them together? Are you making sure that you guys are seeing both each other's families, or are you going to do this person's family one year and this person's family that year, or for this holiday and that holiday? These are things that are important, so you should discuss your holiday plans. I don't think last minute planning is good for holidays, depending on the holiday, you know. That's important. Like, does one go to, like, do you go to church, do you go to temple with your partner for their holidays? These are all things you need to think about. But holidays, you know, Thanksgiving is a very important time. That's one of my favorite, because one, I love to cook. I love to spread that joy of my gift I inherited from my mother, and I like to feed as many people as I can, but especially love to feed my partner, obviously. And, you know, with me, my partner is vegetarian, and I just basically recreate everything else. Everything by making vegetarian for him, and he absolutely loves it. But also holidays, when I cook and I'm having guests or whatever, be on time, because the food is cooked at a certain time and it's at a certain temperature, and nobody likes it sitting out. And no one, like myself, is trying to clean that kitchen all late at night. So holidays, be on time. They're very important, because, you know, some people have plans. They might have to go one place and then go to another place. So make sure, if you're going in between places for holidays, that you guys are being on time and you got your plans straight, and that your host know that if you have another thing to attend, let them know ahead of time, so that you know, hey, I'm going to be here for X amount of time, and then I had to be over there for Y amount of time, so that you're not being rude to your host who's hosting whatever holiday and just rolling out in the middle of dinner or right after dinner or what may be. It's not cool. Holidays are very important, and people get very emotional around those times. So also be very patient with your partner, because holidays, some can be stressful, because if it's like Christmas, for instance, or Hanukkah, and you're trying to get, or a birthday, you're trying to get them a gift, you don't know what to get them. Like, you know what they like, but you still just don't know what to get them. It can be stressful, and you want to make sure you don't get in the wrong thing. And the worst feeling to ever have is they don't like the gift you got them. So for myself, when it comes to shopping for holidays, I just observe what my partner likes to buy when he shops, things that I know he's interested in, just even little things. Hey, if you have a partner that takes an Uber all the time, a gift card for Uber is not a bad idea. There's nothing wrong with that. If your partner likes to shop a lot at Macy's or Nordstrom or Bloomingdale's or Neiman Marcus, wherever it may be, but you're not sure how to pick their clothes or their size, or if they're going to like it, even though you've seen them wear something similar, but do they really want something the same like that? Get them a gift card. There's nothing wrong with giving them a gift card. Or take them yourself and say, hey, baby, pick out the outfit. Let me treat you for the holiday. There's nothing wrong with that. It's better than having them return your gift. That can be like the shittiest feeling ever. I have not ever had that problem. I am very good at buying gifts. My friends and my partner will tell you. And my family as well. So, number 5 was holidays, and saying family, let's move on to number 6, which is family. Family is very important. Now, does your family like your partner? That's huge. It's hard to be in a relationship when your partner's family don't like you. Especially when you're going to visit them. You don't want to feel that uncomfortable feeling up in their house or up in your house if they come to visit, on the phone or whatever. Family is very important, so some people listen to family and they value their family's opinions and judgment, and that sometimes can be a huge weight on someone's relationship, because they're basically going off of how their family feels rather than how they feel toward their partner, and that can cause a strain. Luckily, my family loves my boyfriend, and my boyfriend's family, I believe, loves me, because we had a great time. And we get along. Sometimes families don't get along, so you gotta find a way to make it work. Even if you're killing them with kindness, sometimes you have like that unbearing mother-in-law or father-in-law. These are situations in a lot of people's relationships, but you gotta find a way around it so that it doesn't affect your personal relationship with your partner. If you gotta kill sometimes someone's family with kindness and put on a fake smile, because you know that it'll make your partner happy, or you'll be able to get through it easier, then you got to do it. That's part of a relationship. That's what you do. It's about giving and taking and doing things sometimes you don't want to do for your partner, or just to get through something because your partner has a difficult family, but he can't do, or she can't do anything about it. That's life. We can't pick our families. We're born into them. But there are ways to deal with one another's families. Find a common ground. And if your relationship is worth it and you love one another and you want to be together and have your own family, then you gotta find a way to make it work. That's number 6, family, y'all. Let's go to number 7, friends. Getting close to the end of the show. Got about 10 minutes left here. So friends are very important. Do you guys have the same friends? Do you have separate groups of friends? And if you do you get along with their group of friends? That's important. Luckily, on both sides, my partner and I are friends on both sides. We love each other. We all get along. Now, sometimes other partners have problems where their friends butt heads with their partner's friends, because either their partner's friends are just jealous, they don't like you, they don't think you're good enough, or they feel like you're taking time away from their friend that they once used to have. Friends can do that sometimes. You have good friends, you have shady friends. We all have those types of friends. Luckily, I have loving friends. And you also have friends that are just, I just want the best for you, and I'm looking out for you, and I don't want you to get hurt, and I'll kill them or hurt that person if they hurt you, because you mean everything to me, you're my friend. I love my friends like that. Because they do. Friends care about one another, and they want to see your happiness, I would hope. But then you have friends who don't care about your happiness, pretend they want you to be happy, but they're really bitter because they're not happy in their own personal lives and don't have anyone in their lives. So when you get in a relationship, they're all bitter. So you got to be very observant for those shady friends. And really, are they your friends? And do you want your friends treating your partner disrespectful, or your partner's friends treating you disrespectful? That's not cool. So you might have to have your moments where, like, okay, baby, this is your night. Go out, have fun with your friends. I'm going to go out and have fun with my friends. But don't let it be a factor when you guys reconvene. Don't butt heads like, oh, well, you went out with your friends. No, you went out with your friends. Whatever. You guys agreed to do it. And don't be one of those people in a relationship where it's like, just because you're going out with your friends and they're out with your friends doesn't give you a hall pass, an excuse to go out and be bad and do things and cheat or any of that to your partner, because that's a no-no at all. Sometimes it's just like, I just need to go see my friends, have a little break. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong. If you guys can't give each other time to go see their friends, or a cool-off period, not even necessarily a cool-off period, but sometimes it's like, oh, I'm going to go have a girls' night, boys' night with my friends, not have my partner there, like one night. There's nothing wrong with that. And your other partner should love the fact that you still have your friends, and that he or she might have their friends, and they can go do different things, and it's not a big deal. Or one's out there thinking, oh, they're out there doing something they shouldn't be doing. There's a lot of couples I've seen like that. You got to have trust. If you don't trust your partner, then y'all should not be together. Or you need to really work on building that trust. Not everyone's going to get along with each other's friends. Just like I said with family, sometimes you can kill with kindness because you do that for your partner because you love them and you want to be with them and they want to be with you. Or sometimes you guys make some new friends. That's not a bad thing to do. You can make new friends. My partner and I always make new friends. We love our friends, we hang out with our friends. Sometimes we merge our friends together too. On the most part, all of us get along and it's fine. You got to find that balance, guys. Number 7's friends. So even going into friends, let's go to number 8 with the social life. Going out. So, are you guys going out together? Do you guys go out too much? Do you not go out at all? Having a social life is important in some relationships and not important in some relationships. I guess it all depends where you are in your life, what you've done in your life. Like, were you guys like the couple that went out and partied before? Or were you guys single and you partied before or found each other and you're content and happy being with one another and you don't need to be out there in the world like that? With temptations and stuff. Well, my partner and I can go out. We go out. We go to bars. Once a blue moon, hit a club, whatever. We don't let our social life affect our relationship. Like, I don't get jealous when we go out and he's dancing or whatever. People hit on my boyfriend. People hit on me. Big deal. I know who I love. I know he loves me and I love him. So I'm not that kind of person that gets jealous. I'm just like, whatever. I'm also that person, but if you can tell your partner's uncomfortable, save your partner, please. Like, you should know. Just go over there and get your partner away, especially, and don't let somebody rub all up on your partner. I'm not saying go over there, punch them in the face and fight. Be polite, and try to remove your partner from that situation. Or if you are that partner, remove yourself from that situation because you don't want to get yourself in trouble. And if you're letting someone rub up all over you, that's not good. Why are you out? Maybe you need to be in the house and shouldn't be out. Social life is important because you don't want just your whole world to be about your relationship. You need a balance. You need that work, love, social life balance. I mean, we are human beings. We are meant to communicate with other people. There's nothing wrong with having a social life. Just make sure you guys find that balance and don't let it destroy you. And you don't have to be out all the time. You guys find each other. Find things to explore, to do together, new things to do. There's nothing wrong with going out together and not being with your friends or always being out there in the world. There's so many different things you can do to have a good time with one another. But don't let your social life destroy you. But also don't give up your social life relationship. If you need to be social, you're that person that has to go out. Maybe you're not ready for that relationship. You're not ready to share that with your partner. You're not ready to let it go. Or you have to be out there flirting and doing all that other crap with other people. Then you probably shouldn't be in a relationship. You're not ready. Let's be honest. That's honesty. You need that in a relationship. Don't let it destroy you. Because what? It'll lead to arguments, which is number 9, arguments. Do you guys go to bed angry? Do you forgive each other the next day? Do you not forgive at all? Does it break you up? Do you take breaks? Arguments happen. You can't avoid them. They happen. It's about how you handle the situation. Yes, everyone argues. I'm not going to lie. My partner and I argue. We have arguments over stupid shit sometimes. Luckily, we make up. We have a common ground. Some people make up with sex. Some people make up with thank you cards, flowers, candy, whatever it may be. Sometimes you can avoid arguments. I would try my hardest not to say something that I know would start an argument, or I'll just let something go. If my partner says something to me because I'm like, no, I'm not even going to get into it. Just let it go. I breathe, take a breath, and just let it go because it's not worth the argument. And it's like, is it really going to lead anywhere? Is it going to solve anything? I mean, no. Sometimes you get in arguments, you can't avoid them, and you guys get really heated back and forth at one another, yelling and screaming at the top of your lungs and angry at one another and slamming doors or leaving each other's houses. Maybe that happens. And that could be the end of your relationship. Or you can get home or the next day realize that was stupid. Maybe we've been drinking. You know, the words were said, obviously one another didn't mean. It was just at the moment you guys were upset. You can make up different ways. It all depends. But don't let your arguments get violent. That's not good. Try to find a common ground. Sometimes, if you've been in relationships for a while, maybe you guys need to seek some counsel, some therapy, some help. There's nothing wrong with getting help in your relationship, or just talking. Talking helps. A lot of people don't talk enough in their relationships, and that's a problem. You can avoid arguments by being truthful with each other, and try to have a conversation without arguing and raising your voice. Maybe write it down, a letter, write a song or something, so that your other partner doesn't take it as if you're being angry or you're still being combative towards them. And then you guys can work towards forgiveness, which is number 10. Do you guys forgive one another, or are you just bitter and just keep going and going and going? Forgiveness is very important for a relationship. Sometimes you can't forget something that a partner did, but you can forgive them. There's nothing wrong with that. Forgiveness comes out of the love of your heart. If you love someone and they might have done something that upsets you, you can forgive. You don't have to necessarily forget. You can forgive them. But you have to be willing for that forgiveness. That's what I say. You know, there's so many times you can forgive somebody and then you get tired of it. So you have to look at that as if it's constantly happening, constantly upsetting you, making you angry or whatever. Is it tearing you apart? Sometimes you can forgive them for that, but you have to forgive yourself as well. And you have to go on whether you want to be in that relationship or not. So maybe you need to separate. Forgiveness is important. Sometimes people miss people's birthdays, anniversaries. That's big, but does your partner going to forgive you? Maybe, maybe not. You know, my partner forgives me for stupid shit I do, and I forgive him for stupid shit I do. And we forgive each other for both stupid shit at the same time we do. Forgiveness is very important, especially in marriage. When you take a vow, you gotta get forgiveness. They do say till death do us part. And I'm not a person about divorce. No, it's not the lifestyle I want to live. Forgiveness is very important. All these top 10 things, from making plans, number 1, 2, money, 3, romance, 4, sex, 5, holidays, 6, family, 7, friends, 8, social life, 9, arguments, and 10, forgiveness, are huge in relationships. Guys, always work on your relationships. Every day is working on relationships. There's always something new you can try. Just love one another. It's not that hard. It's not that hard, guys. I hope you have a great one. And join me on my next episode of Chatty Charles, you guys. It's been great.
She pull up, hop out, then she swerve. Do your two-step, your little catwalk, make it work. Make it work, Jill dance, make it work. Strike a pose, make it work, Jill dance, make it work. Strike a pose.
I pull up, hop out, then I swerve. Do my two-step, my little catwalk, make it work. Make it work, Jill dance, make it work. Strike a pose, make it work, Jill dance, make it work. Strike a pose.
Do your dance, girl, do your dance, girl. Is it me and you, or is you with your friends, girl? Is it you and them, or is we making plans, girl? Double up the coupe size and hers the bands, girl. She a 10, better tell her strike bitches and she plays the role. Hit up the salon, she gets her nails and toes. Hair done, neck, wrist, hands froze. She pull up, hop out, then she swerve. Do your two-step, your little catwalk, make it work. Make it work, Jill dance, make it work, strike a pose. Make it work, Jill dance, make it work, strike a pose.
I pull up, hop out, then I swerve. Do my two-step, my little catwalk, make it work. Make it work, Jill dance, make it work, strike a pose. Make it work, Jill dance, make it work, strike a pose.
Strike a pose, girl, strike a pose, girl. I could spend it on you, freeze you up, you cold, girl. Put you in positions, curling up your toes, girl. Even when I'm gone, I only want you close, girl. If I win, she win. We count the meals together. If it's real, it's real. This'll be forever. If it's hot or cold, get through any weather. If it's all I know, together we're better. She pull up, hop out, then she swerve. Do your two-step, your little catwalk, make it work. Make it work, Jill dance, make it work, strike a pose. Make it work, Jill dance, make it work, strike